welcome to RLS TV and the season finale for the FSB Pro Cup Series from Homestead, Miami Speedway. Motors are fired, cars rolling off from pit road for the first time as they get set to go green flag racing for the first of 107 scheduled laps. Godzilla takes the green flag. He's jamming on the gas pedal right now. Machine Jim Ray on the outside. He'll drop a spot. Here comes the number 3 of Bruce Steven up the inside. Steven working over the back bumper of Godzilla. They're in the battle for the championship. Rick Johnson has a 47-point lead over Brian Stanley. It's not a lot. The flag flies. It's Pat Cross seriously damaging that machine. Cross was coming out of turn number 4. Back end stepped out, and he absolutely pounded the inside wall. Turned the car across the front stretch, and then it looked like we had another driver involved in it, Brad Otto. Green flag flies. We are back underway, and Godzilla once again leads the charge into 1 and 2.
Looks like one car down in the grass, the 17 of Troy Null involved. Car just going down into the corner. He was up in the high line. Didn't look like he got a good run off of turn number 2. Contact with another car, the 77 of Bordeaux. And
the yellow flag is done. Green flag is out. We are back underway, Kevin.
Rob Bender in the 57 going to join in that fray also as these guys scrambling all the way through the pack. Here comes the 66 of Doug Michael. He's looking to the low line under Mike Banks in the 420. Guys mixing it up all the way through the pack.
Kevin.
Yeah, that started off at turn number 4. It looks like the 420 of Banks. Banks off the wall and got down into the 66 of Doug Michael. They made contact somewhere near the start-finish line, and a huge melee down in turn number 1 with several cars going to the retaining barrier.
Oh, a bullet dodged by Rick Johnson as the green flag is in the air. We're back to racing.
The 0 of Minter Jr. continues to slide back a little bit that lap. Rick Johnson and Roger Bordeaux sliding underneath him, taking over that position.
You got to wonder exactly how far can they go on fuels. Now here comes your leader, Gostola, coming down on the pit road.
As everybody finishing their pit cycles, Gostola still sitting in his box, just about done with the left side tires. He'll be down and away, and return to it is now the yellow flag is out. What is it going to mean for Steven? What is it going to mean for these guys who are on pit road?
As we're hearing, it's Doug Michael that's out of this deal. Doug Michael, hard contact, and it looks like it was the inside wall coming off from turn number 2.
For the pit stop cycles, Bordeaux did not go to pit road that time. The Campar Ford staying on the track. He'll be scored as your leader when they come back around. Bordeaux out of gas, had to call for the tow truck to tow his car in. So Bordeaux missing the pit box, and he is out of gas. The car sitting on pit road now after the tow, and wow, what can you say about that?
Bruce Steven still battling to get back onto the lead lap. Roger Bordeaux showing as the race leader after running out of fuel. Bordeaux is the race leader, and he is praying this thing stays green right now. Flag the rest of the distance. There's no need for a yellow flag. There's no need to slow things down. Right now, Bordeaux's going, come on, guys. Well, he's saying it in French, but I don't speak French. Come on, guys. We need to finish this thing under green. After all, we're FSB. We don't have a lot of yellow flags. The battle for second spot. Gostola to the inside of Danny Falcon. This is the battle for second on the racetrack and third in points. Gostola trying to get around Falcon. Gostola has the advantage. The low line as they head to turn to the front stretch. Gostola will have the second spot, but Falcon still battling hard on the high side.
Several drivers on pit road. Drivers making their pit stops. Going to be very interesting. They've got to have a clean pit stop. That's going to win somebody a race here, possibly.
The only drivers that have not made pit stops, I believe at this point, are Falcon, Gostola, and Ray, as I believe Bordeaux has come in, now showing a 6 seconds difference. I believe he came in 2 tire change, as now here come the top 3 that have not paid. This will complete our green flag pit cycle.
The The 20 is going to peel off. Falcon will get to his pit box first. Of course, Gospel has started on the pole, so he's going to change the right side tires. Jimmy Ray also in the AMP Energy Drink Dodge. Right side tires are done on that car. They're going to come around and change the left side tires. Ray was quite a bit back on the entry road, made a big gap, a big gain, I should say, on the entrance to pit road, but he's going to be far off as the slowest pit stop of the three. Falcon in the Star Wars Dodge, Gotzla running the BMW powered number 30, and they almost made contact and drifted up onto the track trying to get to the racing surface. It's going to cause Gosto a little bit of time there.
This is what Bordeaux needed, but now there's only 13.5 seconds, less than 13.5 seconds, between Bordeaux and second place Gary Parkhurst. Third is Brian Stanley.
Down at turn number 4 about a second ago, Roger Bordeaux coming down off of the exit of the corner, got to the apron. The car was completely crossed up. It almost looked like he was going to make the entrance to pit road. He gathered it up and got it going, but it cost him a full 2, maybe 3 seconds on the track. Parkhurst closing the gap. A lot of cars kind of stretched out right now. One guy trying to get the charges of 54, the Jasper Ford of Rod Miller. Miller looking out his windshield at Rick Johnson in the Briggs & Stratton Dodge.
Right now, Falcon and Gostula, they're battling for that very precious third spot in points as we have, get this, 6 laps to go.
And to go, he's right down the bottom. This time, Parkhurst up 2 lanes. There's enough room for Stanley to do it, but Parkhurst has such momentum. Contact. Stanley around on the front straightaway, slides down through the grass.
Goes around.
Right side against the fence. He'll turn it around and get it going the right direction, but the damage is done. Caution out. Gostola comes to rest down in turn number 1 on the apron. Caution out, and what does this mean for Roger Bordeaux? Holy cow.
The green. And you want bad news for Damien? He had a good car, and it looked like Danny Falcon got into the back of Brian Stanley. Falcon gets into Stanley, turns Stanley around. Falcon bounces back up into Gostula. Gostula gets launched down the racetrack, bounces off the inside wall. I don't see a ton of damage for Gostula, but I do believe he's got a flat tire. The championship will go to Rick Johnson. This deal is over, and your race winner for the first time ever in FSB, Roger Bordeaux, will take home the win, as Bordeaux will take home the win. Second goes to Parkhurst, third to Danny Falcon, fourth to Brian Stanley, fifth will go to Jim Ray.
You know, the story of tonight, Roger Bordeaux, he says he's lucky, but he's got to be happy about this. How awesome is it to win the series finale here at Homestead, and he certainly got the job done here tonight.
Roger Bordeaux will light the tires up here on the front stretch, as will Rick Johnson. Rick Johnson is your champion.
This race is being brought to you by Hungry Howie's Pizza. Sit back with one of the fantastic pizzas and FSB Racing for a great night's entertainment. Visit hungryhowies.com today for franchise information.
Go down. Your brand new season champion for season number 11 in FSB online racing, the Pro Cup division, the granddaddy of them all is Rick Johnson. Congratulations to all of the drivers. Your final standings: Rick Johnson is your champion, Brian Stanley second place, third is Danny Falcon, fourth is Damien Godzilla, or Gostola, I apologize. Richard Weed gets fifth, Jim Ray is sixth. Seventh with the race win is Roger Bordeaux. Eighth is Barry Parker. Ninth is Rob Bender. And 10th is Bruce Steffen. That's the drivers that will be receiving trophies. My buddy Michael Ritchie and Kevin England up in the booth. Mr. Funnel Cake. And, of course, Brian Zeberger down there in the broadcast booth pushing those buttons. I am Gerald Morley. Thank you for tuning in.